this client is making 4 million a month,
Oh my
right?
gosh.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
And the craziest part is that all their ads is AI.
All their
All.
ads are AI.
Not one ad is done like all of it is with AI.
Yep, you heard that right. She has a client that's making $4 million a month with their e-commerce store and is all with AI ads, which is absolutely crazy. This podcast is super valuable, a lot of gems. If you want to get straight to those gems drop and everything, that does start at the 28-minute mark. If you want to get to that, but of course, there's a lot of things in 28 minutes we talked about that leads up to it. So if you want that sauce, definitely want to stay into the end. And this is my dear friend Chloe. We've known each other for almost 7 years. I actually was her coach a few years ago when it comes down to e-commerce, and she took off and created her own creative agency where she creates ads for e-commerce brands. And this is her giving us insights on how her client is making $4 million a month with AI ads and what AI ads can do, how we can take full advantage of it and do so. So I hope this is valuable. Be sure to give this video a like to get this as many people as possible. Subscribe, comment, and I'll see you on the inside. Peace.
Chloe, what's up? Long time no talk. It's been a while since we've actually like got on a Zoom call and caught up actually.
I know, Keondre, it has been a long time. Super nice to see you. I'm really excited to be here and to dive into all of this interesting things we got going on. I know you've been working on your end with the AI. I have been as well, so I'm super excited to be here.
100%. And this is the best way to catch up. It's like every time we have a conversation, there's just gems being dropped every time. So like having this recorded on the podcast, people get to really catch in, see how like the two econ people talk on a daily basis and just really catch these gems that are being dropped because you got some very extravagant things going on your end. I know you got some great clients doing really well. I know you've been doing well yourself. So I'm excited for this podcast, honestly.
100%, 100%.
Yeah, so how's everything been? I know last time we talked, you were just transitioning from like where you had before, now you have your own agency. Like, are you able to talk about a little bit how that transition went from being like full time doing your own thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's so crazy. Like we've known each other almost, I don't know, like 7 years now. Like it's
Yeah, it's
just
been a while.
absolutely crazy. I entered the ecom game and you were like teaching me back then. I remember TikTok, you were like the king of TikTok ads and like you were teaching me all about creatives and I stayed like 3 years like entering, playing around, having my own ecom, teaching ecom. And then, I was like, something called me to do this creative agency,
Yeah,
Boost Ecom Ad. So that's my background is in design and video editing. And I really fell in love with the creative aspects of the whole ecom game. Like I love ecom, I still do ecom, but the creatives for me was like I knew was the main factor to like reach success. And so I put all of my focus there, and that's when I found success. And so it just, came into play to like things started coming to me and I started getting an agency without even knowing that's what I was building. Like I had no idea that I was building an agency at that time. It just, I was getting clients and then bit by bit the team started forming and now we're here.
I see. How many team members do you have now?
We're about 15. So we have a few creative strategists. A lot of them are video editors and designers because we really pump out like massive volume of ads, especially with the new wave of Andromeda.
Mhm.
So yeah, we have a manager as well in place. So we're a nice little team, I would say.
100%. We got even that to talk about too as well. The Andromeda update has been like, honestly, do you think it's been like a great thing or like how you feel about that?
I mean, it's been an interesting one for sure. I feel like it changed the whole creative game. Like just approaching creatives, even within the agency, it's so crazy because it's just like a whole different aspect of things. So, like, the main thing I realized with Andromeda, and I want to hear from your end as well, is like creative diversification. That's really what you need to focus on. So if you do, back in the old days, it was like we do one video, three hooks, we call
Yeah.
it today, we got to create. Now it's like like if the hook is even the visual is the same, you're just changing the text, like you did nothing. So like you really have to diversify the formats, change the personas. In photo ads, the variation has to be really different, like visually different. So there's even more work to get done,
Uh,
basically, with the creatives. But it's exciting. It's exciting because now, as you know, and that's, the most exciting part is like AI. Just AI entered the game, so many people are pumping out more ads, and so Facebook had to adapt and got Andromeda, right? That's the whole idea. But it makes sense. Everything is evolving at the same time. You just have to hop on that AI like plane to make everything faster and easier.
100%. I look at it as like just really the whole buyer's journey. You can't just look at it as in just the oh this one because usually you see people like one video get you all these sales. Now it's like I look at it as like a whole buyer's journey. Like they're top of funnel this ad, then middle of funnel. Now we're giving them these, and then bottom of funnel, and just really
100%.
like having that whole buyer's journey played into like an ad. So just play into a campaign, making it super simple and just keep pumping like every 3 days or every day just bumping like new creatives based off what's working. So I think it's personally getting back to the fundamentals because I think that's just marketing 101. Like you just
Yeah.
now you have and it beats out all the people that are just not really in it. So I think it levels out the playing field, but also really the people that really do it are going to stand out the most, honestly.
100%. And as you were saying, like leveraging AI to do like variations of the photos, to do like to play around with the concepts even more will just like speed up everything and help you to do what, let's say back then you needed a whole team to do.
Yeah.
Now with AI, you can like actually do it yourself, right? Like you can
Right.
actually say, okay, let me put like 3 hours into this and pump like 100 creatives, and you're gonna get that out, which is crazy.
Easy, like
Yeah.
it's a whole thing. That's amazing. But when did you start boost like ecom ads, boost ecom ads, right? I'm saying that right?
Yeah, boost Ecom ads.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've started as you can say a freelancer, almost creative strategist in the game for a long time. Like I was always doing my thing on the side as I was teaching ecom. I was just living, breathing ecom at all times. It's been like 7 years, like I'm in the trenches. But boost ecom ads with the team and so on, I think right now would be like a year and a month. So it would be like
Wow.
last month where we got the domain, where we got the whole thing, set up. But I had clients before that. So it's a bit hard to like determine the exact point, but I
Yeah.
celebrate every October. So that's like, 1 year in.
Wow, that's amazing to have that type of like trajectory. Like, but and you were honestly ahead of the game. Like, everyone was like, yes, creative, always outsourced it. But you were like, creative is like your main source of making it really happen. So you were like right before like this, even a Andromeda like update. Like, you're like, no, you got to have good creative. So you honestly were ahead of the game. When did you know like this is working out for you? Like when did you know like okay, now it's time for me to go fully all in on this and this is what I'm doing?
Yeah, I mean, it's just funny because, like, looking back in retrospect, everything just was so perfect for me to be where I am today, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like, I learned graphic design and video editing and in uni, and I knew I was never going to be a designer. Like, I loved, editing. I loved like having that visual eye, but I knew I was never going to be like a designer for a firm. Like, that was never going to be like in my cards, and I knew that even as graduating and I was like, yeah, that's not going to be me. So I entered ecom, and I think I just leveraged that skill that I was, learning in uni. Like, okay, I was creating my own creatives. So I was like doing my own videos, my own video editing. It's taking me a long time, but I was
Right.
still really focused on that. And, as we were speaking, like back in the old days, and you were teaching me about the importance of creatives, and I just kept hearing all the time, like, ecom, yes, I mean, there's so much that goes into it, but it is a content game. Like, it's like who produced the best content? How do you deliver the message about your product? Like, that's the most important in ecom. And so I remember as soon as that like cracked in my head, like, okay, go full in on creatives. That's like, don't focus, okay, focus on testing a few products, but like really focus on the creatives, really focus on that. And I was putting most of my time there. That's when I saw like my website, like just my brand go up. And I'm like, okay, we have something. So that was like the first glimpse of like just go into that direction, keep on going. And I did, and I kept on going. And the more I did, the more I realized that theory is right. Like creatives is the name of the game. And that's how it happened, like I was just I got successful, like my own brand reached success, people around me wanted a piece of the pie, they wanted the service. I was freelancing, helping them around. And then, I was getting more clients than I could like fulfill. So I started getting like team members, like a small team. And then now, we're 15. So like obviously that we have like more systems in place. And I would definitely say my skills now are not what are my skills like last year, right?
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. As an agency owner, I think like your skills really um, become about like how to manage a team, how to make sure that the team is skillful enough and have the tools enough to get the success that the clients are looking for. So
right.
it really transitions into something else, I would say.
No, that's big, and that's I don't think that's talked about a lot either. Like the skill sets that, because honestly, when it comes down to being an entrepreneur, you start to skill stack. Like whenever, like you say, you started off like being like designer, then started
A
teaching. Like
hundred
you,
percent.
you know, like how, and that was my question that came up out of my head. Like you had success yourself with creatives, but then how do you, you know how it is whenever you're teaching someone else to do something and doing it for them is like a whole different, that's a whole different skill set itself, being able to teach that and replicate that for someone else. Did you find that hard by chance, or it came pretty easy with creatives?
Honestly, 100%. Because like I know I'm good at creatives. I know I'm good at ecom.
Yeah.
Managing a team, that's as you said, that's really a different skill set. Because like, people have their things going on. There's so much that goes into it. So I definitely, even though like the agency really scaled up from month one. Month one we were already at 20K. And so it was like, okay, we have something. And even though the income was great, the money was great, I found it quite painful to like go through it because there was so much new things that I didn't know about, right?
Right.
And now looking back at just 1 year, I'm like, God, the skills that I learned in such a short amount of time, just having an agency is humongous. It's
Yeah.
people skills. It's like, yeah, you get into sales, you get into things that, as an ecom owner, I didn't have to deal with. I didn't have to do, sales calls or like operations or like all of these efficiencies, right?
Yeah.
But it's fun. Like I love, as you said, as an entrepreneur, and I love self-growth, challenging myself, learning something new. And at the beginning of the year, I knew that that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to learn something new. And those are the skills right now that I'm like, getting more and more, adept at. And like, I still believe so much in mentorship.
Yeah.
Like, that's how we met. I was investing in someone that knew the ropes more than me in ecom. And I do the same with the agency. I have like mentors that, have a 1 million a month kind of agency, and they kind of are showing me like the operations, everything that I need to do. And I think that's a hack for any entrepreneur out there. Like a hack is find someone you trust, few steps ahead of you, let them show you the road. Like you're gonna save so much time.
Way, that's a super hack for it all because they know what to expect. You get into a situation, you're scared to like, oh, this is normal. Like, just do this,
Yeah,
and then just bring it down.
exactly.
So that's
Yeah.
what's up. Wow, everyone's hearing us catch up and everything. I know like this could be very, very valuable for someone that is like thinking about becoming their own, even entrepreneur, like as a not, of course, ecom, your own entrepreneur, but whenever you get into like agency and having people like work under you, that's like always like a big step too. But I want to give people some of this creative game you got because you are the creative genius. And you said for yourself, like you went all in on the creatives. Like, what do you think? What's the difference between someone that's making like let's say like 10K per month with their store with their creatives to making like $1 million a month with their store with creatives? What do you think is like that big difference from that?
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge difference, right? It's not like 10K to 100K, but I would say 10K, you're really just starting to get some sort of validation with the product. So you have like product market fit, you understand your offer, but then there's so much more testing to reach that $1 million brand. And there's so much more establishing to get there, right? And in terms of creatives, I always say this like, Boost Ecom Ads, what we like to position ourselves at is like we're your creative machine. Every week you're getting creatives, and it's kind of like just a machine. You don't have to think about it. We're doing all the thinking, we're doing all the research. You're just getting creatives ready, done for you. And you need, if you're starting out and you're just at that 10K, you need to think, okay, how do I create this creative machine internally? You need to have like these solid systems of like, okay, we're doing this amount every single week and kind of pumping them out like regardless. And doing all the research it takes to do the creatives. It's not just about like putting a photo together and calling it a day. Like there's so much that goes into it for the creative to be a winner.
100%. Do you see like a lot more photo or video ads perform well?
It really depends on the niche. So I would still say like, I love photo ads because they get you like low cost per purchase. They're great for retargeting, like bottom of funnel. They're really good for that. But videos do quite well as well, right? So depending on the niche, if you're in fashion, photos are gonna do better. Any other industries, typically video, educational, especially now that we have Andromeda, like do everything. Do not like think just photos or just videos. Do literally everything you could do.
100%. Now, let's say for someone that's just starting out, they're like, I'm my own person team. How do I get like, what do I start off with? Do I start off with like a creative strategist, or do I start off with like someone to do my own photos? Like, where would you tell someone like, okay, I'm just getting started. I'm trying to hit my first 10K to I'm trying to hit my first 50, 100. Like, what would you say is the steps to getting there?
Like without the team for them to do it themselves,
Yeah.
basically, right? They want to edit, they want to do everything.
Yeah, if they had to, what would you say?
Honestly, like use AI. Like right now with AI, like it's just absolutely crazy. So like definitely use AI. If you're not, you're gonna whatever will take you an hour can take you like a day. So like I would do that. I would replace the team with, the use of AI. There's so many like templates out there that you can be using for photos. The most important is the messaging as well. So like how are you really targeting the pain points of the users and how are you really delivering the message of your product? That's going to be the most important. And just put yourself like a realistic goal that you can be consistent at. So say, okay, I'm gonna do like 5 creatives a week, non-negotiable. And then like how you get to the creatives is also extremely important. To like research, understanding the market, right? Like the formats that are working right now, getting all of that and having like a system in place, being like, okay, 5 creatives every single week. I'm gonna do X amount of formats and I'm gonna use AI to kind of like, get ahead of the game. And speaking
Mhm.
of AI, I don't know what tools you're using to like do videos. What tools are you using, Keondre?
Using Arc ads, I'm using HeyGen. There's a couple of them. I use because what I use is I use Make to be able to connect all of them and create automation. So Make is really it's like the Zapier or N8
Mm,
to make it to where you send this photo and then it creates a concept. So I use like HeyGen and ArcGIS to be able to do that to have those go quick. But I've also been using Gemini for photo ads too as well. Like
yes,
Gemini is
Gemini's
really
great.
good with photo
Yeah.
ads. So like honestly using them all because um you'll be surprised on what one's better at. I've noticed that ChatGPT is good for concepts of understanding like what to approach with. Gemini's best for photo ads. HeyGen's good for like UGC. So it's just like being able to combine all of them to make it all nice and neat. But yeah, really using that AI and having it help you. But I think what you said is very super important, like coming up with a idea of, okay, I'm gonna do 5 creatives each and every week
Yeah.
to then pump it because I think people get analysis paralysis, try to do it all at once.
Mm,
But if you just set
yeah.
one goal, like, okay, I'm gonna just do 5 ads a week, and then it doesn't matter like how, and I don't know if you've seen it, but people get in this concept of overthinking, trying to make it perfect, especially with ads. You'd be
Mm.
surprised. Like you think you put so much work into this one ad, and the ad that you didn't even try performs way better. You're like,
Ugly ads. Always, yeah. Like the ad you don't think is going to perform performs, and it
exactly,
happens so many times. Like, yeah.
100%.
Yeah, no, one thing I always say is like just focus on getting better. Like, yeah, launch your first 5 set of ads. They're not going to be the best ads if it's your first time. Just like focus on getting better, better editing skills, better designing skills. Put yourself like in a position where you're just consuming a lot of ads. You know how a lot of people turn off their ads? You do the opposite. You actually like watch only the ads and like time and time again, whenever I'm just scrolling Instagram and I see a good ad, I send it to the team like directly. Because it's just about even like within the team, we always need references and to get inspired. So like really consume that. There's like tools like Foreplay, for example, Ad Spy, and it will allow you to look at ads in the niche to see, with your eye, okay, this is a nice ad, this one's a bad ad. And so you train your eye to like recognize the difference, right?
And I'm the same way. That is so funny you said that, like sending it to the team, like, hey, this is a good ad, like check this out, or even just saving it for yourself to come back, like, oh, I like that hook. Oh, I like where they were at. Like, oh, I'm gonna have to do that one. It's just like
Yeah.
building and then just off of that. It's just the doing. I think once you start doing and you start getting your own data, your data beats all the other concepts, honestly. That's always
Yeah.
super big. Okay, that's what's up. And now
100%.
we've been in the game for a while. Like I said, we've known you for almost like 7 years now. What do you think and I'm really interested to hear what you say about this. What do you think is the difference between a 2018 ad, so let's say like a 2025 or 2026 ad? What do you think is the difference
Oh.
is?
That is like, it's so crazy because, like, in oh my God, the ads in 2018, like, they were the worst edited ads. They looked horrible and they worked so well, but like, it was so bad. It was so, so bad. Like, if you look at the ads there, they were blurry, the videos are like all over the place. The editing is not neat at all. And everything sold. Like people weren't thinking much about like authenticity. So like the competition was way lower. So it was easy to put up one ad. And if it's a winner, you're gonna like, 2 years, you're good, right?
Yeah.
Now that's not the case at all. You're gonna find a winner. That's gonna last you a month. You're gonna have to like keep pumping out. So it's such a different game. It's not even comparable between like the creatives of 2018 and the creatives now. Like it's just not comparable. And yeah, you just really, the competition right now is so much higher on social media. Everyone's screaming for your attention. So like the way you catch someone's attention is such an important skill. And that's why they say the hook is the most important. It's because, yeah, people are just scrolling super fast and everyone is screaming for their attention, like friends, partner, everyone. And so, how are you going to stand out and actually make them think, okay, I'm going to give you my time. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. And even more than that, I'm going to click on the website to go buy your product.
Right.
So, you have to be really skillful at like catching someone's attention and standing out, like pattern interrupt.
Right. Now that's always, I was just going to ask you that too as well. Like, do you have a concept that because of course you have like the agency, I'm pretty sure you guys see like a load of creatives like weekly, daily, all the time. Let's say a new brand comes up to you. Do you already have like a concept of like 5 ads that you're thinking about testing? Like, do you see something that typically that works every time? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, 100%. So since we work with so many niches and we do have this bird's eye view of what worked, we are documenting everything that is working. So every time we have a winner, we actually document that. And so if we think like, okay, let's say we have two brands that are in the beauty niche, right? And when we have this client, we tested X, Y, and Z format and they did extremely well, then we're probably going to take this format and apply it to this other beauty brand, even though they have like different products. So that's something that's obviously, to the benefit of us and the client because we know it worked. We know it worked for your niche. So that's the beauty of being in the agency and working with so many clients. It's like you document everything that's working and you start seeing patterns. And the biggest pattern I see across the creative game is that it's a psychological game. Like that's it. If you understand psychology and like you understand psychology and you understand like what people are really struggling with or why would they actually buy or go far off their way to buy, that's when you start like cranking up some real winners.
Mm. And I was going to see if you had like one little sprinkle of some sauce of a concept that you would give someone to like, yo, test this out, see if it works for your brand. What would you give them?
So like I would say right now, there's the skeptical hook that has been working extremely well. I don't know if you've heard about that one.
I haven't.
So it's just, people are so tired of inauthentic videos, right? So like if, back then, again, if you do a UGC, it will work. Like nowadays, even if you get the best UGC, if it's not like, it doesn't feel like a story, it doesn't feel authentic, it's gonna flop. And that's the most important. So like, a good hook that has been working in the market right now is like I was skeptical at first, but X, Y, and Z. So you're catching people's attention with this kind of like negative marketing because
Mm-hmm.
everyone is skeptical. So you're saying I'm skeptical too. And so people want to hear you because it's like finally, yeah, like not someone that is trying to sell me something. And then you go into storytelling. So that has been a really good one. And there's so many different ones like that that we play around with inside. Negative marketing is great. But yeah, if people are skeptical and you know they are, then that's the first thing you should say, right?
Oh,
So
that's a
yeah.
Jew. Like I
Uh-huh.
was skeptical of this product, and then like I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. Then they
Yeah.
prop up their stuff, and they're like, Have you ever tested to where like people doing like their makeup or they're like washing dishes and talking about it, storytelling? Have you tested those things?
Yeah, some like there is a video that has popped up for like a skincare brand that we worked with, and they were doing like 500,000 a month. And it was a long video, number one. It wasn't a 30-second, typical ad, and it was storytelling. It was just the girl behind the UGC was such a good storyteller. So like
Mm,
it was literally her speaking to the camera, but it felt so authentic, as if like, you follow those influencers and they speak directly to you, or like it's like a friend talking to you. And I
yeah.
think that's where creatives like the more AI is coming, so many things is coming, but the most important is how authentic am I, right? So like everyone can like slap something into ChatGPT like a prompt and get a script. But is this like if you don't modify the script and make it not feel robotic, make it feel super authentic, it's not gonna work. So I think that's the main thing. Just like if you focus on authenticity with mistakes, it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be like even as you said, an ugly ad. It works. So a girl speaking to the camera, just make it entertaining, authentic, and you're good to go.
Yeah, and the mistakes part is super. I think that's what I've been testing that myself. Like the mistakes part, even my because I have an editor. He's like, "Oh, we should polish this up." He said, like, nah, keep it. Like, keep all the mistakes in there. Like, let's see how it performs, and it performs well because of all this AI. I even think of like unedited videos like perform like the ones where it's like your TikTok and you have the boxes like those type of videos perform more than like a edited video where it feel like it's polished up because of this AI stuff. So like the
Exactly.
authenticity, like you said, is like big in every single way. And now we're giving them some like big ones, especially the skeptical one. Like I've seen those ads. Have you seen the ads to where they have like they're talking right here, and then on the other side they have like a kind of a they call it brain rot, where it's just like just it might have like a gameplay or it might be like something like
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, another winning ad is literally like catching someone's attention with the most random hook possible. So like we have this thing where someone is like squeezing like this weird kind of material and it makes a very nice noise and you
mm,
just hear and then the ad starts. But it
wow.
works. Like people actually stop and then you catch people's attention. So like things like that, like you can think outside the box, that with Andromeda, don't be scared to think outside the box and actually like be different with your creatives.
100%. Honestly,
Yeah,
like I think you made it so simple, so easy. Just do five a week. You'll
that's it.
find no one. Like it doesn't like don't try to put yourself in a box of it being this perfect or being this. Just do five, see how it goes,
Yeah.
and make that
And
happen.
sometimes it can be super simple. Like I don't know if you've ever heard about the post-it notes ad.
I haven't. I've seen
It's
a post. Is it more so like taking a picture of it, or is it just like the Canva type post? No.
it's such an easy ad to do and it works every single time. It's crazy. So you get your product, if you have your product, you just put it on a table and all you do is you put post-its. And so you put like one that is like your main in a few words. So obviously don't put too much text here, people won't read it. So let's say it's about acne. Okay, goodbye acne, right? That's one. And then you put another one that is like 50% off, whatever percentage you like discount you have. So your offer. And then if you have free shipping, you would put that and just a product in the middle. And it works every single time because it's authentic. Like people want to read what's on a note. Everyone
Right.
wants to read what's on a note. So that has been also a really nice and very easy ad to do. Like anyone right now can snap a photo, takes 10 seconds, and you can do like a bunch of variations.
100%. And I don't remember asking this in the beginning. Don't you? wouldn't you have a client that's performing really well? Like, what is their, they're making, correct me if I'm wrong. You said they was making like 4 million a year, or like where are they at?
No, so that's a crazy story. So this client is making 4 million a month,
Oh my
right?
gosh.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said,
4 million a
like, no, no, four
month.
million a year. Are you crazy? Why? Like, no, a month. Like,
A
what? That's
month.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And the craziest part, and that's where actually that changed everything for me, is that all their ads is AI.
all their
All.
ads are AI.
Not one ad is done like all of it is with AI. You know, before onboarding this client, before working with this client, I didn't believe with AI. You hear about it, you know, it was like you just hear about it. It's like this shiny new object. Everyone's talking about AI photos, AI videos, and I was like, yeah, that's not gonna work. Like that's, you know, it's super. It's not gonna like convey the message right. And then when I onboarded this client and he explained to me, yeah, he's making like 100 grand like every day and like showing me the ads, I'm like, what? Like that changed everything. And I
Oh.
literally flew in to like meet the client and we had a session of AI ads. I'm like, you gotta show me the game because I want like I'm doing this for you. So like show me the game. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go crazy. And so that's what we did. We did an AI session. He showed me literally like every single step to create these AI ads. And ever since we implemented that within the agency, and yeah, like
Oh
I
my
yeah.
goodness. How how does that concept, or is it video, photos? What are or all of them? Is probably what I'm guessing 4 million a
So
month.
it's an interesting process. So we use Nano Banana. We create photo ads, right? Like we create those photos, but then you animate them using another tool called Kling. And so you get the best of both worlds. Now it takes a bit of time. It takes a bit of back and forth to get the engineer like the perfect prompt. But once you have that, you can create some crazy visuals. Like the visuals are insanely beautiful. And yeah, like ever since that happened, or like, okay, we're getting all of the team on this. So now we have like a full step by step on how we create these ads. It takes a bit of time, but again, it's really worth it.
Yeah. And do you have a video on YouTube yet or not yet?
Not yet. It's coming out
Got
soon
you.
in
You
2 weeks.
got you.
So make sure, hit that subscribe button. I'll definitely send it over. We're gonna be walking through all of these steps, like literally how we take the photo ad and how we put it and animate it. And you're
Yeah.
gonna see that that's just gonna open up so many doors and so many new concepts because like you realize you can do everything. Like it's summer, you have your summer ads. It's Christmas, you have your Christmas ads. You don't have to do a shooting every single time, which
That
is
is
amazing.
amazing. You're about to change
Yeah.
the world with that video. I'm telling you.
Uh,
Of course, they gotta take action behind it, but like you're changing the game with that video because that is wild. And Nano Banana, that's Gemini, right?
yeah, not about, yeah.
Okay. I was like, because I hear both terms. I hear people say like Gemini, then Nano Banana. They're like the same thing. And then Kling. I haven't heard of Kling though. I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, it's super nice. So like you put the photo in and then you can animate it and then it gives you like these super nice videos and there's a whole thing. So like, well, you'll see in the video, but like you also instruct them to give you different angles. And so it really looks like a really well shot ad because every second it's like a different angle that is shooting the same scene. So the outcome is beautiful.
Wow. And does it cost a lot to produce those videos?
It's not cheap, so it's not like the cheapest thing. It could quickly rank up if you don't know what you're doing. So if you're just putting prompts, because there is a lot of trial and error. So part of this is that it's still not perfect, and you really have to be patient enough and get the perfect prompt to get the perfect outcome. And to get the perfect prompt, you're gonna try like at least 10 times, right? Like
Right.
it's like and it's a game between ChatGPT, getting the prompt from chat, putting it into Nano, then, and then so on and so forth. So yeah, it's not the least it's not expensive, but I think it's definitely gonna get better. Like I think you should get on the game now, understand all of it, because it's like literally every month they are having crazy updates on these platforms, and it's like, wow, this just raising the level up high.
Crazy. How much does it cost to do like, let's say, want someone to make one video? How much would you say like, oh, that's probably gonna be? Um,
Right now, I need to ask Joe. He's been like doing the whole, like all the videos. But I mean, I know that he does do a lot of trials. All he says is like, okay, charge up the credits. I'm like, okay, we go up and we charge up. It's not like, okay, $500 to do one video. So what it is, it's like, let's say you put maybe 100 to $200, you get a lot of visuals. And from these visuals, you can do like 300, 400 ads, right? Like
Oh my goodness,
like
what are we
so
talking about?
much. Yeah, yeah.
I thought you were
It's
gonna tell
just
me like $100 per video, but like at $200 you can get like basically I would say like minimum 100 ads.
yeah, I mean, so that's the thing. That's a beauty with this client that we're working with. We are doing 400 ads every single month. So what we are doing is recycling AI visuals that we sit, let's say, like one or twice a month, and we create a bunch, and then we create, 400 ads out of these visuals. So yeah, you can get a lot done. Like that's the beauty of AI. You can get so much volume. You just need to learn like how to get there, right? It's like very specific. There are some steps to follow. But if you get on it and you learn it, then you'll crack the game.
Like, and then you're beating everyone in the game. Like, it's now it's just about the work and just really the doing now. Honestly, that's amazing. I can't wait to see that video. I'm definitely going to be watching that because I know you're dropping such a great teacher. And also too as well, like you know what you're talking about. So I'm gonna have that in the description below. Definitely check that
Awesome.
out. Now we're kind of getting closer to the end. I know we've been talking. We might have to do a part two because people might be
Oh,
really
for
interested in
sure.
that. Especially after you drop the video. But where do you predict e-commerce going in the next 5 years? Like we're 2025. What do you think about like in 2030? Where do you think we'll be at with ecom?
I think, yeah, it's just gonna get faster from here. Like, I think UGC is gonna die out. It's really gonna be AI UGC that's gonna take over. I think AI will definitely speed up everything. So instead of like testing one product, back then you would test like one product every few days, you're probably gonna have to be testing way more, especially with drop shipping. I think it's just gonna be there's gonna be so much more volume. And the way I would imagine it, it's just going to be faster. So the level of entry is going to be even easier to enter, right? So you click a button, you got a website, you put a few images, you got a product page. Like that's how I imagine it. But
Yeah,
then the competition is going to be so high that you're just going to have to get like the main skill to focus on is how do you stand out? Like how do you actually catch people's attention and stand out with this competition?
100%. Have you tapped into any bit of the Shopify and ChatGPT like collaboration, or have you seen like ChatGPT and Etsy like they do like instant buy where you could buy it on ChatGPT itself?
Oh, no, not yet. Tell me more about that.
What? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Like that's a whole new thing too as well. Like so, you know, everyone uses ChatGPT, but like now they've collaborated with Shopify. It should come out like in a month or two, but they have
Mm, I
October.
heard about it, but I haven't. Yeah, that's so it's coming out like end of this month,
Yeah,
December.
I believe so. So like but
Wow.
SD is already on it. So like if you
Hmm.
go on ChatGPT and ask like, "Hey, I need to buy my friend. I have a budget of $100. She loves Snoopy and I just need help." And it'll go ahead and find, but what I've been doing research on this like this week. I've really tapped into it 'cause I'm like, wow, this is gonna be big. But it's not the same as like, you know, SEO with like Google or SEO with like, you know, on Amazon, you know how they have like those long titles. It's more of a understanding of the product. Like, you know how AI understands what you're saying and then gives you a prompt or gives you an answer.
Hmm.
It's more so of that. It's not like you
Okay.
want to be SEO generated. You more want to this is great for a gift for someone that is da 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 da. So like
Yeah.
I've really been deep into that. I'm not all the way there yet. I've just been looking at all the Etsy's people that are winning right now with it. And yeah, I think that's a big thing too.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting. I always think, and I see this time and time again, like if you beat the people to it, then you're ahead of the game. Like you always have to be ahead of the game. So things like this, like if you hop onto it before it becomes a trend, that's when you win. So like I'm definitely gonna check this out. That sounds amazing.
Because I know we're on this. I gotta because I've created I've been inside of the like just creating GPTs and just making that super easy to be able to get an easier understanding. But I'll show you like exactly what I'm talking about. just so you get an idea.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I created a I
So you,
created a GBT for it. It's kind of
ooh,
but
okay.
all right, check this out. So this is like a little visual of it. So this is a because I was like, man, this is gonna be super big. So I made it like, hey, I act as a SD Shopify GPT like search ranking expert and you gave it a
Oh,
whole,
nice.
but it basically goes deeper into like when it comes down to, oh, how do I make mine? It's not like Amazon or Etsy. It's very like relevance
Mm,
ranking. There it is. So it's like how relevant, when you search up on YouTube, like how to do this, and then
I
your
see.
comes
Yeah, 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 yeah.
not SEO. So that's what triggered me because whenever I thought about like, oh, ChatGPT and Shopify, oh, SEO is going to be super big. Like, no, it's like how relevant. Like, does this relate to my product? Like, is it appropriate? Like, does the description
Mm,
like relate to it? Does it look like a gift? And even so big to where like the photos make a big difference. Like if
yeah.
the photo shows like a
Meta
lifestyle.
description. Hmm.
100%. So I've been like really getting into like a great title app roller support, but I've just really been diving deep into it. But it's the relevancy that I thought it was SEO based, but it's more like how relevant it is compared
That's
to what I'm
amazing.
talking about. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But then do you believe it's like making it very specific, right? Because like I always believed in when you want to sell, if you're selling to the mass and you don't have like a specific target message or target audience, it just gets lost. Like, is it the same situation here? Like, let's say in your product page, it's put as a gift, but also as a whatever. Like, would the GPT be able to like know this specifically?
I don't know just yet. Well, honestly, I think it does because whenever because I've shopped on Etsy and I've been using it, it pops up like it gives you variations, so it'll give you like, oh, this gift, that gift. So I think it kind of compares. I think it's honestly going to get better as more people buy on the
Hmm.
platforms, I think it's
Yeah.
going to like upgrade fast. Like with AI, like things just pick up way quicker, updates are faster. So yeah, I'm still very new to it. Like I really, so I was watching this video and I seen someone on Etsy like ChatGPT is their top resource. Like they run Facebook ads, but
That is
GB
crazy.
and that's free. I
Wow.
think it's free for now though.
Yeah,
So they're
yeah.
going to like charge, but like while it's free, like that's where
Wow.
a lot of people are getting a lot of source from. Like 700 million people use ChatGPT a
For
week.
sure. Oh, for
Like
sure. Oh, for sure. There's gonna be like GPT agencies for sure,
yeah.
like
Oh
setting
yeah,
it
it is
setting it up. Uh,
100%.
super interesting. Now the AI game is just so exciting. Like I feel, you asked me the question, what do I see 5 years? Like I feel like we both don't know. We both don't know what's like waiting for us. AI is so fast. Like, yeah, I just can't wait actually. I really want to see like what's gonna happen.
Yeah, if have a digital experience, how people are using like those pros. You have your store open, like it's not even a physical, it's more digital. I don't know, you really never know. They might even have it to where you could put your store in games to where like you're still
Oh,
like
for
I don't know,
sure.
like it's just like
Yeah.
it's however you want to take it. Dang, that makes me like I'm a thinker. I'd like to expand. It makes me think of like, are you into do you play video games by chance?
I mean, my brother does, so like I
Yeah.
played here and there. Yeah.
Have you ever played GTA?
Yeah, for sure.
So like you know how they have like stores? Imagine like if that's like someone's real like they buy something on there and then it gets delivered to their house, you know?
Oh my
That's
God,
crazy.
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's just me thinking like just super futuristic type things. But nah, that is it's a lot of AI stuff that's super big and I'm excited for the video to come out. I did want to ask a few more questions before we head out. I know you're busy, got the team and everything. Or it's Friday or it's Saturday. Friday, Saturday?
Friday.
Okay,
Yeah.
Friday, so they were in different
Yeah.
time zones. But yeah, nah, got the weekend ahead of us. But my next one is because all this AI stuff and everything. Do you think there's going to be a platform that stands out and wins in this new AI era, or you think like you got to be on all of them?
I think right now, every month, like they're all really so close in terms of competition. So every month, like one is doing an update, then the other one does this crazy ass update. So right now, they're all almost like on that equal side. But I feel like quickly enough, there's going to be one that's going to be like ruling the market, right? Like standing out. At this moment, I think, well, my favorite ones are like Nano Banana and Clink because those are the ones that I'm primarily using. But like, there's so many good tools out there that I have used and they're great. So for me right now, they're a bit more on the equal side. What
Yeah.
about you?
I think I might sound crazy and I might sound futurist, but I do think that like things like ChatGPT or these AI softwares that where people are chatting with daily, I think those are going to be like the next big sources of like the big traffic sources. That's just
For
my
sure. Oh, for
my
sure. Yeah.
I don't know. But of course still like everyone's going to be on social media. Like that's like Meta, TikTok and things of that nature. But I do, but especially this next generation, like everyone like we grew up and we didn't have like we got our first I got my first phone when I was like 12 or 13. I think that's when it just started get popping off. But
Yeah.
like 12, 13-year-olds have ChatGPT right now. Like that is crazy.
Yeah.
So I think like them in the next decade, they're going to be very like used to talking to like AI and having to suggest things to them. So that's where
Yeah.
I think is like the
Yeah.
next thing,
No,
honestly.
like exactly. It changed the whole education game. Like it changed everything. Like I even use AI for financial planning. Like, I'm just like, hey, these are my numbers. This is X, Y, and Z. Like this is where I want to reach. It literally gives you like an exact step-by-step plan, which is freaking crazy.
Yeah.
So I think, that is gonna speed up so many things, even in terms of like what we are looking for. Like I think like kids are even like gonna get into different things. I don't think it's scary. I think it's actually pretty exciting. Like if a kid wants, let's say, because that's how I started ecom. I was like searching on, okay, how do I make money online? And I found like ecom drop shipping. I think they will have so much more knowledge in a very nice and concise way, like having a conversation with someone, and then they're able to make a decision, right? Like it was so scary for me to decide what was going to be my future path. In fact, I went to design, then I fell in love with ecom. And so as a kid, you don't know. And I think at least having, a conversation with someone that has, well, something that has so much information,
Yeah,
well, it will allow you to make better and better decisions.
100%. It's having a mentor in your pocket in a way. Just got to be
Exactly.
cautious.
Exactly. Like you can literally take, let's say, Alex Hormozy, take all his chats, put it into a custom GPT and say, you are going to be my like business advisor. And like every time you have a question, you just go to it. Like that's what I do. I actually have like these different, I have like my diet, kind of like protein. I put the knowledge there. I have my financial. I have like these different like, custom GPTs. And I
Hmm.
talk to them as if like, yeah, I have an advisor, a mentor, like in, on dial. Like it's crazy.
That is. And how are you on time? Do you have anything going on?
All good, all good. Yeah.
Got you, got you. Because this next question might open up a can of worms, what I'm about to ask. Because when it comes down to like all this AI, we're talking about the good things. What do you think is going to have an effect on like UGC creators or like human interaction? Like, do you think that's going to play an effect on anything?
Yeah. I mean, I think just like any big innovation, there's gonna be a shift. Like there's gonna be a huge shift and either you adapt or you die. Like that's kind of like the idea I see it. It reminds me a bit like, I don't know if you know back in the cinema days where all movies were silent and then they made this big innovation and then movies were not silent. And so many actors that didn't know how to act without being silent, they like their jobs got destroyed. And I think it's the same, like it's either you adapt, you're able to like hop on this, or it is gonna go away, which is unfortunate. Like it is one or the other. Even creative agencies, I have no doubt that if I don't hop into the AI game, like video editors, graphic, like all of that's gonna die out. So that's kind of the name of progress, right?
100%. What do you think is the hardest part right now with like all this AI stuff? Like like example, what do you think the hardest part is with working with your $4 million a month client?
Yeah, I mean, I think it can be overwhelming, right? Because like there's so many innovations. It's like AI this, AI that, and everyone's like, where do I start? Like, what do I do? And kind of, you're scared to have this FOMO effect, right?
Right.
Um, I think like obviously don't overwhelm yourself. Some things are really just shiny objects. Like it is not gonna work out or it's gonna die out. But just start to put yourself in the game. So just understand what's out there here and there, like take it slow and then things will start forming up. Like always just I would say get ahead with knowledge. Like you giving us this gem about GPT, like that's huge, right? Like that's just this knowledge allows me to understand the possibilities. So yeah, having this long-term thinking as well.
100%. Yeah, and overwhelming like fear, like I think fear of missing out is going to be big with everything because it's like, oh, this new thing. Oh no, no, this new thing. No,
Yeah,
this new thing. It's like so many new things are happening weekly and daily, honestly, to where it's like it is going to become very hard to, if you're not in it, it's like, oh, dang, I feel like I'm missing out. But do you have any advice for someone that's feeling that way?
that's feeling like they're,
I mean,
fear of missing out. I mean, I don't blame them. Like there is so much going on out there. So it's just about, all I say is always like get 1% better and like really get obsessed with education. So like I love, learning. I learn every single day and I think that's what allows like the skills to stack up. So don't be afraid to just like learn for the sake of learning and then it will just open up different doors. So reserve a time of your day where you're just learning something new, right? Like you don't need to act on every single thing, but like just knowing about it or knowing about the possibilities with AI, that will start like opening up different solutions in your head for a problem you're having.
yeah, 100%. Just like using it, just start off with ChatGPT or Gemini and then just have that
Yeah,
lead into like your curiosity. And next thing you know, you're an AI like architect, like building your own GPTs and stuff like that. So
yeah,
that's
crazy.
good. Man, nah, this has been an amazing podcast. I definitely want to end it off with a good note because you always want to give some motivation to people. Like, what do you think is a belief that a lot of people have about ecom that you disagree with?
Um, I don't think it's a passive income. I do not think it's a
Yeah.
passive
Okay.
income. A lot of people out there just claim it as like, yeah, make money like while you sleep. Yeah, you make money while you sleep technically because like you're getting sales, but the amount of work it takes to get there is definitely not passive. There is a point where it gets like semi-passive, but you still have to be in the trenches because like competition can rise up. So while you're sleeping, competition's like on it. Again, volume of ad creative. So there's if you have a team, like yeah, but yeah, that's like my main belief. It's not passive. Like go into it knowing your passion for ecom and like it does give you flexibility of like working from anywhere. That is true. But definitely go into it like being like, I'm gonna be the best. I'm gonna work my, butt off to like
You can
make this
say
work. So
it.
that is like the my main thing because most of like the people I was teaching ecom, the first thing I would say is like as soon as you fix that belief that you're in it, like you're gonna think next month is gonna be passive income, you're already lost because like there's so many people. So like think about it as a long-term thing. You're really stacking your skills and you're in here to win, and you'll take whatever it takes to win, then you will.
100%. I think that's very relevant to like the meta updates too as well. Like you have to be on top of it with the creatives. I think that the creatives makes it to where it's not. Only way to really have passive, you have like the team, but even then the team you have to be like on top of too as well in a good way.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
if I were to answer that, I would say a big thing that I don't believe, like I don't believe in saturation. I still to this day don't believe in saturation. I really believe that everyone has their own unique proposition, authentic way. But however, you have to the way to stand out and your authenticity is by like you got to be on top of it. So
Mm,
like I don't believe like just because this person is winning with the product that you can't win with the product. It is more so of like you come in with your authenticity way of like
yeah.
using it because everyone I hear people think of like saturation like oh people are it's going to be easier getting e-commerce or it's going to be like everyone's going to be doing it but I just don't believe that there's nobody like you doing it at all so I just
Exactly.
eradicated that type of belief for myself but yeah that's if I had to answer that question that's what I would say honestly.
No, 100%. Yeah, like always, I mean, that's the thing. Everything that you want to make already exists. That's what you're saying, right? Like every, creative agencies exist, e-com, clothing, fashion, everything exists. But how are you going to innovate on what exists? That's what will make you like, beat like saturation, let's say, right? But that's just how business has been going on for years, right? Like there's literally maybe 10%, as we see in drop shipping, like 80% of the products they repeat year on year, and 10% are like these top new products, right? So
Yes.
that gives you already so much knowledge. Yeah, it's just about like standing out, like putting yourself in a different path, and that's it.
Oh my gosh, just a minute. I say that all the time. I say like pride has come back. You just got to come in with a different way of coming with this. So that's super big. This one's going to be, we're almost done wrapping it up. If you like let's say Chloe is coming back into the game and it's 2025, Q4 2025, what advice would you give her with all this AI stuff and everything? Like what would you what advice would you give like someone that's starting off completely new in this era right now?
In this era right now, I would say number one, yeah, there's so much. So like get a mentor. Like get someone you trust, like Keondre, he used to be my mentor. Look at him. Um, get someone that you trust. Like that's step number one. Let them show you the ropes. Let them show you like a proven strategy. I think that will help you so much because yeah, you're gonna get overwhelmed with information. Everyone has a different strategy, everyone has a different tool. You just got to start somewhere and like as you said, doing every day, getting better 1% every single day. And that's where, looking back, okay, 7 years pass in like a glimpse of an eye, and it's like look where we're at, right? So it's just focusing on that and trusting the bigger picture.
100%. Just because there's so even like all the information on YouTube now, just like there's so many, so you just gotta. I think that is the best way because you can get caught up in so many different strategies
Mm.
just by your own. So you just got to pick that person you trust and go that way for a while, and then yeah, but then from there, like of course product research, like every I feel like all the information is out there. You just got to really stick with someone to get that
Exactly.
going. So I agree, 100%. And then yeah, so that's like always the biggest thing because I always think of like whenever I sometimes whenever I'm feeling like oh I don't feel like doing this I don't feel like I think of like the younger version of me like that advice or just giving that because I know like whenever I got started I was on grind mode just trying to figure it out make it happen. So I think of my younger self whenever I'm trying to create some videos like give that type of advice. So that's why I asked that question.
What was your biggest like, let's say, motivator that kept you on going? What was like one sentence that just stays in your mind where it's like, okay, you push through.
That one. The one thing pushed through that made it, honestly, my biggest motivator is a little bit like super deep. 'Cause my little brother has autism, so like I always think of whenever like I'm like, all right, what am I doing it for? I think of like because one day I know I'm gonna have to take care of him, so like I think that's like
Mm.
the biggest motivator, honestly. But even for myself, um, yeah, that's like the first thing that came to my mind as soon as you asked me that. But yeah, you just I think that comes from love. Like you want to provide, you want to like protect and things in that nature. So like that's a big motivator. But I
Yeah.
always also I played sports growing up, so I see other people winning. I'm like, if they can
I
do
want
it,
to
I can
win.
do it.
I want
Like
to
I'm
win.
like, come
Yeah, that's
on.
my. Yeah, I
That's
like
like
that.
no
Yeah.
way. Like if they're out there doing it, I know I can do it. So like that's a motivator, but like a deeper one, yeah, it's my little brother for sure.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah,
What
that's
about
your
yourself?
why. Like you
Oh,
have
that's
a
a big one.
why, a
Yeah,
strong
facts.
why. Oh,
100%,
that's amazing.
100%. What about you?
I mean, obviously, having that why keeps you on going, and I have a very similar why, like provide, be able to have like a comfortable life for my family, for my future family. And I think like just probably like one sentence that just stays in my mind and that really allowed me to push through is like trust the process. Because like sometimes when you're like in the trenches and like you say, let's say you have a bad day or you fail, you tried something and you like, I don't believe in failure, but it didn't work out, right? Like, so it didn't work out. Um, you might feel in the moment like, okay, this is so hard, it's never going to work out X, Y, and Z. But if you zoom out and you see all of these times you fell out, you went back stronger, you fell down, you went back stronger. And so it's just like trusting the bigger picture and trusting the process. And the main thing that I always put in my head is I'm learning. Like, that's all I'm doing. Like, I'm learning. I'm gonna learn through these downs. All I want to do is learn. So whatever it takes, that's basically it.
100%. Man, that's a super big one. And you said something, a gem, you say you don't believe in failure like at all. Like that's a big one. Not too many people like think that way of like, oh, this didn't work out, I failed or things, but failure is not even a real thing. You kind of got some big gems out of that. I even heard Kanye, you know who Kanye West is?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
I seen an old video of him and someone asked him, what makes you a good designer? And he was like, because I don't think I am. Because I go to all these people and I pull out my stuff. I'm like, what would you do here? This great. What this? What's that? And that right there makes him great. It says because I don't
Mm,
think I'm great. It's because I'm learning from all
yeah.
these people. I'm like, dang, that is big. I never thought
Being
that way.
humble. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Say like
100%.
keeping it humble, like accepting that you don't know everything and like that you're learning and you're learning as you go. So like that's human, like expecting perfection is so hard and that's why people get into paralysis analysis. It's like they're too scared that it's not perfect enough and they need to just do it and it has to be horrible. Like the first time it's gonna be horrible. And you
Yeah.
just gotta accept that actually the only way is up because you're gonna get better. So, yeah.
Yeah, man, we're gonna have to do a part two. We're gonna
Oh,
see
for
because
sure.
this is good. I'm gonna end it right here. I'm gonna definitely link your YouTube, everything down below in the description where people can connect to you. I gotta
Awesome.
connect with you after you watch that video because whenever you post that, I'm gonna be, how do I do this? I swear I'm gonna be doing this. I'm excited
Yeah.
for that, and it's been great catching up, honestly.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Keondre, for having me. It was such a pleasure. As always, I love, chatting up with you, and I can't wait for part two.
Part two is coming. We'll talk soon. I'm excited that you was here. All right,
Awesome.
peace.
Awesome.